Switch.
Wow.
And mind you, Chrissy, all of these people we have already like talked to and been like they've been on my platform again. Like it's just this nigga.
Which switch's new username is I'm for the other side.
Yeah, which it's just this nigga that won't let this shit go and keeps making this shit weird.
Correct. Because you don't want to admit that you was wrong and I did not revise anything, but okay, go ahead.
Oh, y'all gonna have to hold on 2 seconds. My man was calling me.
No, that's right.
Was calling me.
No, that's right. Why you laughing?
Because the way she said it was funny. Y'all continue to tap the screen and share the live.
No, I was making a joke earlier, because I was like, Kasey.
Oh, Kasey.
I tried to spell it like you say it, but I couldn't do it.
That's your name. That's what I said your name is. So your name's Kasey.
Good afternoon, everybody. Joy, hello.
Hey, Rio.
How's everybody doing?
We're gonna need to check your pass before you can be in the box, Rio.
Yeah, let me see. Put it up to the camera. Let me see. Do you have your biracial card?
Excuse me. I have spoken to Queen, and Queen has given me a weekend pass, so I'm okay.
A what card?
Excuse me. I have spoken to Queen, and Queen has given me a weekend pass, so I'm okay.
A what?
We hand out weekend passes now.
A
We
weekend
not
pass?
the weekend yet, though, so that pass isn't valid.
She
the weekend doesn't start this Saturday.
Friday is considered a weekend?
It's not. It's still considered a weekday. You're
Say
talking
what?
to a calendar. I'm a calendarologist, so yeah.
No, if Friday.
Friday's still considered a weekday.
Excuse me. Close of business.
Yeah,
in Texas
Friday is
on a Friday
considered a
is 4
weekday.
p.m. And there's
Don't
4 or
debate
9
me.
p.m.
Debate the people who made the calendar.
Close of business
okay?
on a Friday is the weekend.
Yeah.
Thank you, Queen. So
Weekend, the end of the week. This is
Thank you, Queen. So
weekend, the end of the week. This is the weekend.
Excuse me.
Can I confirm?
You are incorrect again, Queen. You are incorrect again. The same way you was incorrect about Erica Badu being a Pisces. Okay, there are 7 days of the week. Sunday starts the.
She dropped.
Sunday starts the first day of the week, right?
Damn.
wait a minute. Is that possible?
Are we hearing Solid Cascade speak?
Wow!
What's happening?
My name say Cascade Time. I don't know why you put Solid in front of it.
I'm
But
just kidding.
That are around these like big black creators. Why do they be giving them so many passes to disrespect other black people?
You know why?
Why was he allowed to tell you to calm down?
You know why? You know why? Because the theory that I have is this. You know why? You know why? Because the theory that I have is this. And I'm just saying it, 'cause I don't give a fuck no more. Y'all already think I'm fucking terrible and evil, right? I'm taking a page out of Silence book. Queen is toxic. And I'm just saying it, 'cause I don't give a fuck no more. Y'all already think I'm fucking terrible and evil, right? I'm taking a page out of Silence book. Queen is toxic. Block me.
Block me. Just block
me. Block me.
Just block me.
Page out of Silence book. Queen is toxic. Block me.
Block me. Just block
me. Block me.
Just block me.
I think that people didn't get their pictures put on the fridge enough. People did not get hugged enough and say good job and high five. So when these white people come into the fucking space, they pictures put on the fridge enough. People did not get hugged enough and say good job and high five. So when these white people come into the fucking spaces performing, standing at the front, like, look at me, I learned something. Pick me, I know what to say. I know how to hold white people front. Like, look at me, I learned something. Pick me, I know what to say. I know how to hold white people accountable. Look at me, I'm a good white. Y'all like that shit. Y'all like to think that these people are coming into your lives and receiving your education and taking them under your fucking wing, like these are your fucking proteges. Like, go out into the world, young white people, and fight for white supremacy on my behalf. That's what I think y'all like that. I think y'all like having these white people tell y'all and trail y'all so that y'all can say that. It's a difference between somebody that is already doing this, right? That's how they feel. That's what they see. But it's a difference to have white people around, but then to allow them to engage in every single fucking conversation without checking them on the shit that they are saying. Because you're afraid that you're going to lose them because they are the very validation that you're looking for. Y'all want to get up in these lives and talk about Black unity and these things, but you still seeking fucking approval from the white folks. You feel as though if these white people follow you around and take everything that you fucking say and apply it, that's the validation that you're looking for. You're looking for them to say like, oh, this is a good Black man. I'm going to repeat everything he says. And a lot of them are gifting out a white guilt.
That
A
and a
lot of them,
mortgage payment. So
and a mortgage payment. And a mortgage payment. But when they come and they apologize to them,
mortgage payment. So
and a mortgage payment. And a mortgage payment. But when they come and they apologize for how they acted, and you still say that the story is not true, now I don't see you around them no more because Switch is in Wawa's lives frequently. He's still around.
Well, I was like, that name sounds familiar.
Sorry, did you just glitch?
No, that's the
name
thing.
for
Which
it.
switch, something like that. But now they go by I chose the other side or I. So all I'm saying was, no one said that you couldn't disagree.
You already said.
Okay, and I'm only explaining it to you.
That's what I be talking about.
So, but no one said that you can't disagree, Solid. But when I asked you the question, it did seem like you thought that there is exceptions to bigotry just because someone else is harmful. Like you said, if there's a political figure who we don't agree with that happens to be queer, you wouldn't attack their queerness to say that they're harmful. That's what the conversation was about before you came up there and thought that it was about something else.
I'm not attacking their blackness.
I didn't say you did. What aren't you hearing? When did I say you? When did I say you specifically?
I'm the one who got kicked.
We're talking about people. You got kicked because you weren't listening. You only got kicked because you weren't listening.
And y'all blocked me.
Yes, I unblocked you.
It is what it is.
And it was unblocked. It was only to get you out of the box because you weren't listening and everything was getting heated. But you're unblocked. It wasn't permanent. But even if it was, it still doesn't change the fact that the conversation wasn't about what you were trying to make it about. When Wawa was speaking to someone in the comments who wasn't living up to what they believe in. Someone who has been transphobic towards people that they don't like, but yet stand for transphobia.
So wait. So when Tyler Bluntman is transphobic, y'all are okay with that?
No.
Okay then. So when Tyler Bluntman is anti-black, y'all are okay with that?
No, but that's what she was saying. But that doesn't mean that you're going to allow someone else to be those things towards a person.
But I'm not doing that though.
I didn't say you. When we're talking in general, you made it about you. But that's why I stopped the live, because you made it about you. It was a general
y'all
statement.
clearly don't. Y'all clearly okay.
You made it about you.
Got history though. Me and Dude got history though.
And that's fine. No one blames you for that, Solid. No one has an issue with that.
That's what it is. It is what it is.
And he wasn't there. It wasn't about him. It wasn't about him. It wasn't about him. If he was there,
till the wheels fall off.
Okay, and if he was
This nigga
there,
ain't trying to hear
if you
shit.
have smoke with him, that's fine. But he wasn't fucking there, and it wasn't about him. It was just about him being black, and that we're not going to let someone attack him and be racist towards him because he's black. It wasn't about him.
Wait. But nobody is who is attacking that man because he's black?
Lots of people have called him racist names because they don't like him.
Like Coon?
No, multiple different other things. White people are racist towards him just because they don't like how he debates. People are transphobic. And you don't have to see it, but it was just a general statement.
Y'all said that it's not, you wouldn't let nobody call him a coon.
Because we feel as though it is a slur. You don't have to agree with us that it's a slur. But if we feel like it's a slur, yes, Solid, we're not going to let, especially white people, call him that word.
All right. Well, y'all feel like it's a slur.
Okay, so you don't have to agree that it's a slur. But if a white person is calling him that, it's a problem.
It means the same thing.
Okay, and that's fine. But no one is disagreeing with what you would say. But we believe that it is a slur, and we definitely believe that it is a slur coming from white people and non-black people for sure. And non-black people have called black people on this app the C word because they think that it just means you're disagreeable. And coming from a white person especially is a slur, Solid. That's why I was stopping the live, because you were derailing it by thinking that we were correcting you saying it. I can't force you not to use a word, but but if I think it's a slur and I'm sitting in a room with a black man, whether I agree with him or not, and I see people calling him a coon and I believe it's a slur, I'm going to stand up for it even if I disagree with him, because no one deserves to have their racial identity attacked because they disagree. Okay. So that was the point of the lie.
So we just got a difference of opinion. I'm not saying I agree with you as far as non-black people should not be calling nobody no coon.
And it happened, and you want to know why it happened, Solid? Because people see us saying it and they think that it's just a word that means you disagree. They mean it's just a word that means that you're against the community. And now we have to start telling people like, yo, you can't say that. And they're like, oh, well, I didn't know that. So if I'm a black woman and I'm in a room full of people who are calling someone black out of their name and it's racially motivated, I'm going to say something whether I agree with them or not. That was the point of what Wawa's.
You got a call. Y'all keep tapping, keep sharing. Wawa will be back momentarily. Thank you so much for tapping and sharing. Gift the host and panel. Thank you.
Sorry, y'all. I'm busy, apparently. Y'all ready? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
I would do this. And we was like, okay, you're not an exception, because if I saw you doing it because I believe it's a slur, I'm going to say something. You not liking somebody is an issue. Nobody's forcing you to like somebody. Nobody even said that we liked any of these people. What we said was, even if Candace Owens, it might not be good for the community, I still wouldn't let nobody attack her blackness, Solid. It's not okay. I'm not going to let nobody call her no names. I'm not going to let nobody be I'm not going to let nobody call her a monkey, a gorilla, a coon, none of that stuff, because it's not okay.
But monkey and gorilla is not the same thing as coon. And if
we didn't say that. We said any anti-blackness. We said any anti-blackness. We said any anti-blackness. Any anti-blackness. Any. That means all anti-blackness. You don't have to agree that coon is anti-blackness, but I believe that it is. So if I heard someone doing that towards someone, even if it was Candace Owens, I'm not going to stand for it. I don't like Donald Trump, but if he was trans and somebody called him a slur, I would not stand for that. Because you don't get to be these things. You know, it's so, and no one is taking that away from you, Solid, but that's what you weren't getting. You got up there and made it about you when it wasn't about you. It was just in general. You don't have to like someone to still stand up there and be what it is that you want it to be about.
Okay. So then what we've learned from this is that getting up in lives and making shit about you, right? In a space where maybe it might be helpful to other people, right? And centering yourself is a bad thing, right?
What are you getting at? Because I feel like you think that you ate.
I'm gonna keep it brass tack, Slim. Y'all, and even though king shit needed to be addressed, and these lives was not the place for it.
Who is who?
Dan Trail's live. D's live was not the place for it.
Who was in Dan Trail's live?
Well, shit, I don't even remember. It is what it is.
But did you say king shit? I really didn't hear you. I don't know what you're talking about.
Huh? Yeah. Somebody was being transphobic to King. Right? And it was somebody that got up in D's live.
I hear you now. Sorry. I thought you said King's shit, and I thought that was someone's username. That's why. No. If someone we got in that live because the topic was trans issues, and if that person was a transphobe, no, she should not have been speaking on that. So that's not centering. I'm sorry, but no.
But then when you spend 45 minutes doing it,
it wouldn't have been 45 minutes had they let us up. It wouldn't have been. It's funny that you think that you so fucking cute, Solid. It wouldn't have been 45 minutes and John Trail would have let King up.
And that's where we're going with this. See, because you do what you want. You do what you want. This is what I'm saying. King never should have been disrespected, right? And
then why is it a topic?
Hold on, let me outline this, okay? 100% y'all are correct for trying to check old girl about being transphobic, right?
So why is it on topic? Why is it a topic if it wasn't? If you're trying to tell me it was the wrong space?
Because in the midst of doing all of that, y'all sucked all the air out the room, and the folks that were sitting in the comments waiting to get they safe space back lost their safe space.
Solid. Was it a safe space if a transphobe was in a box? Was it a safe space if a transphobe was in a box?
If they're deconstructing, and at the end of the day, it's D's life. He get to run it how he wanted.
Absolutely, he does, and he chose to let that conversation happen.
So then, when I offered y'all my platform to finish, and I got ignored.
Solid. We didn't see your comments.
When I kept saying, y'all should take this someplace else. You know, when the whole comment section was saying y'all should take this someplace else.
How are we going to take it someplace else?
And y'all made the choice.
She had to agree to come, and it doesn't matter. If Dontrell was allowing the conversation to happen, what is your point? If she's transphobic and the conversation was about trans people, she has no business up there trying to educate people on trans topics.
The live was about a safe space.
It's not a safe space for trans people with a fucking transphobe in the box.
Well, then y'all leave and have the conversation on y'all's own.
At the conversation.
Then y'all leave and have the conversation on y'all's own. I offered my live as a space for y'all to do that.
Performative? And continue to let a transphobe speak on trans issues?
No.
Then what you saying?
I'm saying that just like now, You're chiding me for coming in and centering myself and sucking all the air out the lie. But for whatever reason, cannot see that y'all were doing the same thing. Where even as valid as y'all shit was, it was valid. But it wasn't the right time and space. Fuck them comments. Fuck them comments.
Only one who thought
about them comments.
Okay.
Fuck them comments. You here with me.
Okay, so what are you saying?
I wanted to pause there for a second. Y'all know what happened? Did you hear Queen?
Another interception for the white woman.
Okay.
Who's still in the comments talking shit.
Did he protect her again?
And protected her again. You heard it?
You hear
That's
me?
what it sounded like.
You hear with me, sis. It's us, fam. I do want to note that now we're talking about a live that had nothing to do with my live that night. Just to be clear.
Yesterday that he deflected by making that quip about, so we're not supposed to center each other. So why did you do that on D's live? And I said that yesterday. It's not centering. It's not drama. It will never be drama, and it will never be centering to come up and say, hey, this happened. This person did this 2 weeks ago. Not 6 months, not 8 months, not 9 months, not an apology, not this person took accountability for what they did. Actively hosting lives, saying transphobic things in the back as the background.
And now they're being recommended. I'm in the comments saying, so D was recommending this person as a safe space for trans people, and we are like, people are not allowed to know that when they're angry, they get transphobic?
Correct. And when you're going to say, if you didn't like it, go have the conversation on your own, because we took away from other trans people. I doubt that any of those trans people were going to want to have a decolonizing conversation with someone who says slurs and had just said them as recently as 2 weeks ago, or uses background that says, if you're trans, then you're S-ing the D of massa and relating it to coonery and etc. White supremacy. I don't think they would have wanted to be in that space. So you were continuing to say that we took away from them having the conversation because we wanted to address Trina. And I only say the name because I find it ironic that people gave all this smoke for holding her accountable for what she said. And now look where she is and what everyone's been seeing. And I'm talking about messy talk Trina.
Yeah, because Trina used to be over with us cutting up. Damn
Correct.
Before she hit them big people's platform.
If someone comes into a live and sees someone who is actively transphobic to them, trying to educate people on a trans topic, all of those trans people deserve to know. And let me finish my sentence. All of those trans people in there needed to know, because God forbid one of them would have pissed her off and she would have resorted back to her transphobic rhetoric. So it actually needed.
I'm not saying none of this to disparage King. Hold on, can King come up here? Because I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about her while she. I don't want to talk about her while she.
It's not making no sense. You can't say phobia is an insult.
So y'all didn't resolve y'all beef. Y'all didn't resolve y'all issue. But you don't know what's going on. What should we do about it?
No, it's not fucking beef. Someone's a fucking transphobe. You're not just a transphobe to one fucking person. You don't make fun of one person's gender identity and then it's like, oh, but not you though. That's not how that shit fucking works. That's like, oh, my friend's not racist. They just called me the N-word. No, you're racist if you fucking say it in general. So if you're a transphobe and you think that attacking someone's gender identity is a good insult, then you are literally not safe for the entire community. So everybody that was in that live deserved to know.
But like Sean said, y'all basically hit that resolution or hit that point within the first minute and 13 seconds.
Because there were multiple.
Do you know why we hit that resolution so quickly? Because other people kept on interrupting.
Exactly.
That's why.
And
so first and foremost,
wait. Time out. If people kept interrupting, how did y'all resolve it then?
Oh my God! Then if you know why you talking, you don't know.
Y'all, like Sean said, y'all hit the resolution. Y'all made
what the hell happened to me. First and foremost, this had nothing to do with me. But yeah, you are mentioning it affected me. So the fact that you mentioned this out of nowhere, it shows your character, and you're very disgusting.
Okay, I'll be that.
Don't ever defend trans people ever in your life, ever again, because quite literally, who the hell weaponized that?
That's dumb.
Why would you weaponize that? Why the hell would you weaponize that? No, answer my question. Why would you mention that? Why would you mention that?
Because of the way.
Because you said coon. You said you would call a blooded black man a coon, right? Yep. How the hell does that pertain to a woman being transphobic towards me? Tell me how's that correlated right now?
Because that's not what's happening.
No, he was trying to relate me saying that he centered himself to try to say that we did the same thing. When you don't realize that if that person was in the box at that moment and you wanted to speak on something that they did or said, that was a different story. But while I was speaking in general, that you don't
automatically. I don't think y'all should be around it, man.
Nobody. Okay, but that wasn't the fucking topic.
I'm pausing right here because this is my problem. I did not know this nigga said this, and every time I hear it, it bothers me. I don't think y'all should be around that man. Y'all cannot tell me who I can and cannot be around. I have a mama, I have a daddy, and I have my own child. I can determine who I can and cannot be around. I can protect myself. If I'm telling you that I trust my own judgment, let me trust my own judgment. Let's not make it a whole every community issue on how I fucking and what the fuck? I don't want y'all to be, I don't think y'all should be, I don't give a fuck. I don't think it's safe for you to be around Banana and look at you. The fuck?
Wasn't the fucking topic, Sal. That's what you're not getting. He was not the fucking topic. And nobody wanted to make him the topic because his name takes away from the space all the time. People only want to talk about him when the real issue was you don't become racist or transphobic just because you don't like a fucking person. His name should have never been brought up. And I was trying to bring the live back to topic. It wasn't about that nigga. No, we didn't. Someone in the comments did. And we were trying to tell you that we're not making it about him because he was going to change the topic at hand.
Okay. All right. So what I'm hearing, let me mirror you real quick. All right. So you know I understand that I'm hearing you and that you're making sense to me. All right. You're saying that somebody in the comments brought up Tyler Bluntman name. And while I was just saying that it's not okay to be anti-black just because you disagree with their ideas. Am I getting you?
And that was the end of it. And that should have been the end of it. But you wanted to come up and talk about him. Just trying to redirect the conversation to bring it back to the topic, which was you do not be racist.
Because you keep mischaracterizing what I'm doing.
No, I'm not
mischaracterizing what I'm saying.
I'm here to talk about him.
I'm attacking the idea that it's not okay to call... For non-black people, it is not okay to call somebody coon. But if a black person called somebody a coon when they being a coon.
Okay, solid. And I
That's
don't
perfectly okay.
The topic was about non-Black people. At the time, we were talking to non-Black people that have been coming at us about these topics, but have done the very same thing that they are preaching against. We have seen these people be transphobic and racist when they want to say that they stand against these things, but their excuse is that I don't like this person. And we were just highlighting that that is not an excuse to turn away from your fucking morals. We were not trying to make the live about one particular person. I was only trying to redirect you, but you were not having it because you thought that it was defending him when really we just didn't want a bunch of fucking people coming into live thinking that it was about him and get off
It
fucking
sounded a
topic.
lot like defense.
I'm sorry that that's what it sounded like, but that's because you weren't listening.
Okay.
And I was
So I wasn't listening.
exactly what I'm telling you now.
All right. So I wasn't listening. I will keep speaking up for you, King. I'll keep speaking up for trans people because I love all people, all power to all the people, period. And it is just going to be what it is.
But no. You just basically trying to invalidate what the hell happened by saying
No, because you literally called it fucking drama. Like, no, bro, you called it fucking
You're not listening. When y'all got up in that line, okay, as valid as what y'all was doing, you ended up displacing all the other people, and I'm not the only one. And
I don't care. I don't care who else agreed because that's
wow. Okay. So next time when a woman calls me a man or something, I guess I'll just sit back and just
That's not what I'm saying. And y'all know that's not what I'm saying.
No. I get it. Since I'm disrupting,
you know that's not what I'm saying.
Y'all peaceful live stream. I guess I will be quiet when the person be transphobic to me. I got it.
No, you know that's not what I'm saying. You know that's not what I'm saying.
Oh, it is. It most definitely is. Because quite literally, when do you want me to address this?
You called it solid.
You called it drama.
You called it drama. You called it beef. It's not beef. When you're trying to highlight that a transphobe does not belong in a trans conversation. That's not beef, solid. That's not drama.
Okay, but the way y'all did it and the way it looked.
How else do you call out a
transphobe?
How else do you call out a transphobe?
All right,
this woman disrespect me on the whole platform, and you think I'm gonna be nice around her or something?
It wasn't the space. That's what I'm saying.
It was a trans space. There were trans people there, solid. Let me say this again so you can hear me. If a person thought that it was okay to attack someone's gender identity because they were angry, and you get into a live with other people who share that same gender identity, you do not belong there. So explain to me what other space should you call out someone who thinks it's funny to poke fun at someone's gender identity?
The rest of the trans folks that was waiting on their turn to get in there and look, the whole live, it was 6 hours long. It was 6 hours.
Moment though, everyone in that live needed to understand that because you're not getting it because you keep trying to call it fucking drama, and I'm not going to allow it.
But you're not listening to me. But listen. It can be both.
No, it can't. Standing up against.
Okay, we gotta agree to disagree then.
No, there is no agree to disagree. Standing up is not never going to be drama. I don't give a fuck talk too much. I need to talk too fucking much because literally with history
in a space that's for healing, for other trans folks.
That is how you get healed, not transphobes. It wasn't
all right. I tell you what, absolutely not for trans folks. Y'all don't understand. Like, I'm simultaneously agreeing with y'all and disagreeing with y'all. And that's okay.
Okay, solid.
That's all right. I can support you and what you're saying and what you're doing, and not the way you did it. Period. And that's okay. And that's all right.
How do you feel like trans people get healing? By sharing spaces with trans folks?
That was the space. And honestly, the comments should have been turned off. Once again, that's D's lie. If it was me, the comments would have been turned off. And the second it stopped being about catharsis, man, y'all didn't see my sister's in there crying. Right, I'm in Northwest. Right, I'm in Northwest, and I'm Sean.
Okay.
Y'all. I don't know when y'all came in. When did y'all come in?
We came in Or maybe, well, actually, that's what I was trying to tell you. The live.
Because I know y'all was in the comments for a good hot minute.
Back like a few seconds. What was the name?
Sean.
Wait, what happened?
They said Sean.
They said Sean.
No.
This is getting weirder because I told you earlier who was in the comments.
Because not only that, is this the person that I'm being accused of interrupting?
That's why I'm saying it's getting weirder because we see Des in the comments. I see Des in the comments right now.
Bitch, and you sat there the whole motherfucking time trying to mediate and you forgot?
That's why I'm confused.
How'd you forget? How don't you know what the fuck we talked about?
Yeah,
This the third time this nigga done brought your fucking name up.
That's why I'm confused. Well, because we don't play this last night, right? Because I think you guys need the clip of when he says that Cindy Lou who bought him. And I know I don't have that because I'm in the box. But I don't even remember it being. You get what I mean?
I'm about to fucking cuss again. Go ahead.
I do.
Yeah, Trail,
I do gotta leave in a couple minutes, y'all.
Okay.
Yeah. If everybody wants to go to maybe Wawa or somebody else's, because I gotta leave to for work and stuff.
Okay.
I just got some work stuff I gotta finish up. Huh?
Can you start, sis, or Cascade?
I can't let nobody else.
Got some work stuff I gotta finish up. Huh?
Can you start, sis, or Cascade?
I can't let nobody else can.
Yeah, I can't. I'm sorry, because I'm at work too.
Yeah, I'm just finishing up some work stuff. Like I'm only gonna be gone for like an hour, but yeah.
I know it's Friday.
I only got about 2 minutes.
I can.
Yeah. I can stay on mute. Okay, Cascade, you can do it. That'll be good. If not, I can. Okay.
Yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and follow Cascade. I'll keep it up for a little bit so everybody can follow.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Thank you for the live that you did host.
Yes,
no problem.
Joy, you better not apologize for your.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Thank you for the live that you did host.
Yes,
no problem.
Joy, you better not apologize for your black job.
Your black job.
Yeah, I just gotta finish up some work. That's all, and then I'll be back later.
Don't do no drama on the way.
Oh, I won't, girl.
Don't stop by Messy Talk.
Thank you, guys.
Right on the way.
To Trina, we done talked about this already, y'all. Trina been on the other side.
Yeah. Well, thank you
whoever
guys.
sent the shit to Trina, y'all niggas is the one messy. Thank
No,
you, Joy.
and I saw them in the comments too, talking about, send it to Trina, send it to Trina. I'm like,